it's about, okay, it's about the model, but it's also about modeling. The verb, what modeling, it's an activity. It's working together. It's sharing information. It's a process. And others say, well, it stands for building information management. It's the management of information. It's the management of data. And I think this one is going to be more and more important. In the Netherlands it is. So we shift gradually. In 2008 we talked about this, and now we mainly talk about building information management. Well, what's the essentials of BIM as I see it? This is how I learned the trade and how I learned to draw. People say when I show this, you changed a lot over the years. But and what we do, we draw some lines and we put a hatching in it, and we say, okay, we know that's a brick wall. What we're going to do, we go from a 2D picture to a database. We put our information in the database, and we put there as we put there objects with attached data about materials, about properties, cost, suppliers. All we want to know about the objects that we draw, we design, we build, we put in that database. BIM is very often associated with 3D modeling. I think it's a very important part, but it's only a part of BIM. And essentially, a 3D model is one of the possible representations of the data that are available in the database. And there's a lot of data that we don't store. It is not photoshopped.
No.
This is Italy.
No, it's actually in Amersfoort, the city of Amersfoort. This, for those who don't read Dutch, this says failures. They cost the building industry 5 billion euros every year. Dutch building industry only. And these are failures that could be avoided. Avoidable failure cost. 5 billion, it's approximately 10% of our turnover in the building industry that we throw away through faults. And we had investigations that which show that at least 50% of that is due to bad communication and information loss. So what we want to do with BIM is, well, this is the situation right now. We build up information, then it goes to another party or another stage, and we start to rebuild the information, retype it. And this goes on. What we try to do with BIM is add to the information, enrich the information without loss. It was our experience in the architectural firm that it offers so much more insight for clients and prospective users in the building process, and they become, it enables them a de facto standard. And after that, we had a group of contractors who said, well, we also are into BIM. Let's see how we do it. It's a bit complex. I won't explain it, but what contractors try to do is they ask from their suppliers 3D models of, for instance, a steel structure or brick, certain kind of walls or precast concrete, and they want from their suppliers models, and they coordinate the models in a way that everything fits and you're sure that when you really go to build on site, that everything fits, and the building process can go through without disturbance. What arrangement then the contractors say, okay, we'll participate in it, and we participate in coordinating. Will be 20, and the cost of operating will be 60. So if you do it right, we developed BIM in the first place for the design stage. Then we came up with then the builders became as well, and well, you could say if we do it right, it will be booming for the operational stage. But I'm sure this will only happen when the client specifies on beforehand what data he needs. If you don't do that, you're pretty sure you don't get the data that you want. And the Building Information Council therefore promotes information delivery specification. What we want is that every client, as part of the contract, draws up information delivery specification in which he specifies what data he will need to facilitate his facility management after. A lot of clients in the Netherlands are thinking about that now, and it strikes me that they never did before. Somehow. So what this is the usual handover dossier of a building. It comes in on a pallet. It's put away in the cellar, or someone goes with an iPad and says, "Okay, here's a defective lamp." Well, what we're going to do in the Netherlands is to promote open BIM standards so that everybody can use his own software, can use his own vocabulary, but can exchange through open source system independent standards. IFC is one of them for 3D intellectual property rights, so everybody can use them. It's available for everybody. There are opportunities to participate in developing spatial and physical objects represented by these dots with their relationships and with their properties attached to them in a database structure using open source semantic web technology. And that's the technology that is used for the internet. That's the technology that's used in things like Google to search the internet for information